Chantel Roberts, and I'm an expert witness for claims handling standards, practices, and procedures. I was an adjuster for 20 plus years. The Art of Adjusting is a vlog to help professionals and lay people alike understand a little bit more about the insurance claims industry. This week, we're going to be talking about some of the first steps that an adjuster takes when receiving a new file. We discussed the first step last week, which was read and review coverages. Next, the adjuster compares the coverages with the information she received on the notice of loss. She will then note the file with the coverages. The third step is to call the insured and discuss coverage. It's always a good idea to document the file if the insured understood the coverages as explained. If there's a coverage issue, this is an excellent time on the first call to explain the coverage issues and notify the insured verbally of the coverage issues, and then send out a reservation of rights letters, which we've also discussed previously. Fourth, regardless that even if there's not a coverage issue, an acknowledgement letter for the claim should go out. This is generally required by the departments of insurance. Fifth, an ISO check will usually take place for all parties involved in a loss. Almost all insurers subscribe to a database with the Insurance Services Office, which is the ISO. These insurers will upload their claim information to check against other insurers' database. This helps prevent insurance fraud. Depending on the type of loss, the adjuster may need to obtain a recorded statement of the insured and other witnesses. Recorded statements are often eyed with suspicion by insured claimants and some plaintiff attorneys. Simply put, a recorded statement is one person's version of the loss in a recorded format. Attorneys tend to resist statements because they feel that the insurers will use the statements for investigative purposes and against the claimant or the insured. If a person's story changes, that can be suspicious, and that's why the statement would be used against, quote unquote, the insured or the claimant. However, people's memories are faulty and their memories of events change, and this is why obtaining a recorded statement for certain types of losses are important. And the seventh step is that the adjuster will assign an appraiser or a field adjuster to investigate the loss and begin gathering documents to support coverage. We'll talk more about that step next week, and it is a really long video for you. But in this week, in summary, I've discussed some of the first steps that an adjuster will take to get the file moving. As you can see, there are a lot of steps which need to take place to get the file off the ground. And it's been my experience that it usually takes about an hour for a file to get moving. But every claim is different, and every insurer handles claims differently. However, this being in the litigated world that we're in, see below for some legalese. Few claims go to a jury trial, and picking an expert who has been deposed the most or gone to trial the most may not be the correct expert. Failing to have a second set of eyes on the claim in order to save expenses isn't always the best way to resolve a loss. As an expert witness and a former claims adjuster, I'm sharing my experience in the art of adjusting. Thank you for listening.